The conflict in Syria is, of course, affecting many people inside the country and dividing many Syrians. But what about those Syrians living outside the country? CCTV's Rowie Ruttenberg has a story from Israel's border with Syria.
Dr. Taysir Marai lives in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, but he's a Syrian Druze.
Syrian news is not there for some reason.
And he's always trying to follow the news in his homeland. 3 of his brothers still live there.
Since 1967, I was not able to see my brothers. After the occupation of Golan Heights, my family was split or was divided. Part of my family stayed on the other side because I had one brother, he was in the Syrian army. The other one had a business in Damascus, and the third, he was studying at the university.
The conflict in Syria is not just personally close to him, it's physically close. That's the border right there. The mountains are no man's land, and half of his village of Majd al-Shams sits on the other side.
Every day we can see the Israeli soldiers patrolling the ceasefire line, and also sometimes we can hear that the fighting is taking place on the other side. We can hear the shooting in the Syrian side and the fighting that happens in the other side.
The people of Majd al-Shams feel very connected to Syria. In fact, many of their homes overlook Syrian territory. And last year, 2 young men from this village crossed the fence and joined the Syrian army. This is the house of one of those young men, his parents asking not to be interviewed. But not everyone here supports President Assad. 30-year-old Nader Ibrahim just completed 8 years of studies in Damascus and returned home, leaving his friends and relatives behind.
The first month I come back to Golan from Syria, I can't sleep. I still thinking about my family. All the time you thought about it. You remember the moment when you live with us. You can't come back. Bashar Assad destroyed Syria. Syria is nothing now.
Nader's father does not hide the family's support for the Syrian rebels. He prominently features the opposition flag inside the house. Both are hoping to one day see it flying outside the house as well, and perhaps on both sides of their divided village. Rowie Ruttenberg, CCTV, Majd al-Shams in the Golan Heights.